I knew that the last time I tried to get a breakaway layup against them, it was denied. I guess it was easily. They have a lot of length. They block a lot of shots. So when you go to the rim against them, you got to make sure you get to the rim. So I had that in my mind. I knew last time it was Tyrese actually threw the ball last time too. So I had to make him look good this time. I know last time he was a little upset. I messed up his assist. But I just made sure that I got to the rim. You know, they were making a run. We were just trying to slow down their run, stop the bleeding, and make sure we kept scoring. So I had to make sure I got it easy too.
Yeah, besides that, what would you see as sort of squashing their run when they were missing that little bit of
I'm just trying to continue to score. Obviously, you keep them off the offensive glass. That's how they got back in it. They were obviously making some tough shots as well, but Boucher was a big factor in getting tip-ins, put-back dunks, second chances, Birch, all those guys. We keep them off the glass. It'll give us a better chance at be able to get out of that and score for us.
Joel, what did you think of Danny without?
We were all joking a lot when we saying that he better get ready for the drug test tomorrow.
I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, I don't be dunking all the time.
When's the last time you dunked the basketball?
It's been a while, but
So they're going to drug test him tomorrow.
Joel, they try to get from the start very physical, trying to set the early tone, but you responded and said we're going to do that today. Just talk about you guys, how you kind of fought through that and just kind of took over at that point, showed them how it was done.
Well, going into the game, I knew what their strategy was, especially listening to everything I would say. So from the get-go, I didn't really want them to set that tone. I wanted myself and us to set that tone. That's why I picked up that first early technical foul because I felt like there was a missed call on the other end, and on defense, I just want to make sure that the refs just let us know how physical they wanted the game to be. So that's why I went ahead and we started pushing each other, and we both got text. But I knew that was the game plan. I knew that was going to be the adjustment, but I wanted to make sure I was the first one to bring the physicality.
How much of those free throws are Tom Brooklyn?
whoa, one at a time.
He's a great coach. Obviously, I got what he's been able to accomplish, and I've always been a big fan. But I told him, respectfully, told him to stop bitching about calls. Because I saw what to say last game. If you don't, triple team somebody all game, they're bound to, get to the free throw line, or if you're going to push them off and, trying to hold them up and all that stuff, they're bound to get to the free throw line. So, I feel like, every foul were legit and probably should have been more, honestly.
Joe, how do you feel you guys responded as a team, not just yourself, to the physicality? And what does that say about the composition of this team?
We responded pretty well. You look at the start, they got on us early. We didn't panic. We just came back and, we did, what worked in the first game. We just kept attacking, getting into the paint, making plays for each other, getting to the free throw line, and then defensively just being more, just being, as physical as we were the first game. Obviously tonight, we didn't take care of the ball, me personally, so we got to do a better job. And then obviously offensive rebounding, we gave them a few chances.
But Joel, Nick isn't the first coach to say something about you getting fouled.
Yeah.
This is third time. He didn't say it exactly the same way he did, but this is third time.
I feel like, all this, like I said, I got a lot of respect for all these coaches, but, I feel like they have self-awareness, but, when they say this type of stuff, it's just for whether the referees should not call it anymore, or, just to, also like motivate their guys to go out there and, play better, and hope that really put that in the referee's hands to, not call it. But, when the fouls are as obvious as they were tonight, they put me on the floor a few times. And to me, this is where it gets interesting for me because I'm like, well, cool. I'm gonna come back with more power. I think that's part of the reason why I got a few offensive fouls tonight too, because I was like, well, if you're gonna be physical, I'm gonna come back with more power and make you foul me and make it more obvious if the refs don't want to call it. So I think it's all about having self-awareness, and I think they just do it because they have to, but they don't actually believe in it. That really, if you watch the clips, every single foul is a foul.
So to that point, Joel, it seemed like in the first quarter in particular, you were pretty emotional, pretty aggressive, going to the ring, going through contact. Was that part of what you were talking about in terms of trying to set the tone and to try to make sure you were getting the calls and the game was going the way you thought it should?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, you listen to everything that was said after the game. Referees in the league, they're the same way. They're gonna come in and the next game they're gonna let stuff go. So they're not gonna call some fouls. So in that case, you gotta be more aggressive. You gotta go to the rim with more power. You gotta jump over people. You gotta try to finish through contact because that's an adjustment. Whether it's the refs coming in and them complaining. I've been doing this for quite a while to know that that's usually the adjustment, and in that case, that's where I become more physical.
It looked like over the course of the second half, you were
been for you guys over the first 2 games?
Tobias has been huge. He's been great for us. He's been playing free. He's playing confident. We're going to need him to continue to do that. Obviously, Tyrese as well, James. We're moving the ball, making the right plays. And Joel's playing an amazing floor game. Obviously, if he's getting to the free throw line, a lot of times they're double and triple team, so he's finding guys and giving himself up for the team offensively. We don't know what adjustments are going to make in Game 3, but like I said, we know they're complaining about the fouls, so there's going to be a wave of change in that probably. It's going to be tough to be in their building. We've got to make some shots there, but we got to stop them. But we know that the whistle may not be in our favor for a couple games over there. Either way, we got to play basketball, fight through it, and impose our will, like Joe did early on. He let it be known that we're not going to take the bullying, we're not going to take the BS, and it was a big play. Him just making a stand and just getting physical out there and letting them know we're not going to be punked out here, and him just being emotional offensively and enforcing his will and making them call the fouls and making them foul him is what we're going to need, especially in their building. So we need Tobias to continue with his energy. We need Tobias to continue to play free and knocking down his shot. He's playing extremely well and confident. I love where his head, I love where the space he's in right now. So I want to continue to do that.
He's had a tough defensive assignment for a couple games around him. What do you think?
And I think him and Tyrese have been great on that end of the floor. People are speaking on how well that Tyrese is playing offensively and Tobias is playing offensively. Their defense is where it surprises me more than anything. Is what I love to see. Tyrese's second challenge of guarding Fred VanVleet, who's an all-star. Tobias guarding Pascal, who was an all-star at one point. The guys are playing extremely well. OG, we're playing extremely well. Those guys are switching out, and even Tobias guarding Fred VanVleet. So for him to move his feet and take on those challenges and play defense the way we need him to, and then box out and get rebounds, that's the biggest key for him. Keep him off the glass. Because a lot of times, they shoot and fetch. They're shooting to get offensive glass and try to get us in foul trouble, but also just get to the free throw line and also get easy baskets at the rim. So those guys have stepped it up a huge amount defensively for us, and we need to continue that.
Joel, there's that second quarter stretch now where you're getting your rest and James and Tyrese are on the floor at the same time. Doc talked about how much you like that pairing. What have you seen from that room, and how much of a relief is it almost that those guys come in and sort of hold it down or even extended the lead before you come back in from that outside?
They've just been doing a great job of just playing with pace and looking for matchups, favorable matchups. We do attack, just playing the game, with each other. Whether it's Tyrese attacking or James going one-on-one with a favorable matchup and finding guys that way too. I think it's been great. That's what we're going to need all series and for the future too.
How much does your physical presence make it easier for the rest of the guys on your team, especially Tobias and James and Tyrese?
What was the question?
How much does your physical presence make it easier for those guys to score, get there to have open shots?
I mean, that's probably a question for them, but I think
It makes it a lot easier. Him and James, when they're attacking the basket or putting, the pressure on the paint, especially him, sealing and drawing 2 or 3 guys to us, I'm getting great open looks. Made a few tonight, hopefully get more rhythm, build and make some more in Toronto. As well as everybody else, we shot pretty well tonight. We shot, I think, 50 last game, shot 46 from 3 tonight. If we continue to shoot that well, it'll be easier series for us and easier for him. Hopefully open the floor for him, and maybe they'll stop double team, but it's been a huge plus for us.
Did your elbow all right?
Oh,
It looked like Matisse ran in your elbow in the third quarter and you were flexing it a bunch after that.
no, it was Pascal. It's all right. I'll see how it feels tomorrow.
What happened with the foot too?
I think I twisted it again, twice. Just gotta ice it and get treatment, I guess.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.